Hey, Dental Nachos crew, it is Paul, Dr. Nacho. It is Job Connect TV, and we are sharing, do you need a job? Just want to let you know, you cannot create the most beautiful emergence profile the world has ever seen without a job. Can't pay your loans without a job. Can't fulfill your hopes and dreams of dentisting the world without a job. So I have three awesome people on with me tonight on Dentist Job Connect TV, and we're going to share about the jobs that they have available right now. For the first time, we have one in Alaska. And I like to start off with there are 5 questions that you need to ask and answer on every job interview. So I'm going to play the role of the person looking for a job. I'm going to talk to these awesome people who are going to meet in a minute, and they're going to answer these 5 questions. Where is the job? Why are they looking for an associate? What procedures will the associate you do most of the time? Is there anything fun to do in the area, or what fun things to do? And then how will you be compensated? So let's go around and introduce ourselves. I'll start with Justin, who is geographically closest to me. Justin, share with us your role in the dental world. It's not that of dentist. We can get you to dental fantasy camp if you want one day to do a filling on 15, but share with us who you are and what you do.
Thanks, Paul. I believe with your expertise, I could probably become a dentist. With all
nice, I will help.
I appreciate it. I'm Justin Deutsch. I'm with Guardian Dentistry Partners, and I'm here in the Philadelphia and Central South Jersey region.
Awesome. And we're going to talk about job, but share with us, I like to add value wherever we go and just share a little bit about the business of dentistry. What you guys have a recent partnership with Guardian. Tell our audience a little bit about that.
We do. Yeah, we were Montage Dental Group. We had 8 locations here in the Philadelphia and South Jersey area. And we just partnered with Guardian Dentistry Partners. So they had 6 locations in Pennsylvania. So collectively, we are 14 as of December 31st. So really excited about the partnership. Everything's going really well and team's growing.
Awesome.
So,
well, that's great to hear. Now, where is this job? We're going to go around for everyone, who you are and where is the job that we're featuring? Or you have 2 jobs. Where are these jobs?
We have 2. Yeah. We have one in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, and one in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Pottsville and Westchester, PA. So if you're listening, Pottsville and Westchester, PA, here's what you do. You take out your best friend. This is my best friend. I brought it, my phone, and you just text job to 215-543-6454 or email jobconnect@dentalnachos.com to be connected with these jobs. Great. Let's go down to Dr. Craig. Dr. Craig, share with us where you are in this dentisting world and where your job is.
Well, I'm actually in Wasilla, Alaska, but the job that I'm advertising for is in Anchorage. I have a couple practices and my associate's going to be leaving out of the Anchorage office.
So you're going to be placing an associate in Anchorage. A cool opportunity to work. I was posting some list last time on Job Connect TV. We had someone from Delaware, one of the top states to be a dentist. The other top state, Alaska. So a popular state. Awesome. And Dr. Trent, share with us about where you are.
Yeah, so I'm in the heart of Denver, Colorado. So my practice is in one of the southern suburbs, but our associate position is actually in our Inglewood office, which is just south of downtown Denver, Colorado.
It's very popular. Denver, Colorado, very popular place on earth. People always talk about the hiking, very into the hiking and all the things to do out there. I'm like Jim Gaffigan. I'm an indoorsy person, but I see why people like to hike. All right, good. So we know where these jobs are in PA, Colorado, and Alaska. Now, let's go over the why. So it's an important question for both people to know, both the associate and the practice owner or the business development person interviewing. So Justin, why are you looking for an associate in these locations?
Sure. The Pottsville location is due to retirement. So the person we acquired the office from, ready to ride off into the sunset and stop the dentisting. The other one, Westchester, we have tremendous growth through the region. So really big opportunity to add some fresh blood and really expand the practice.
Awesome. So it's important to listen to that why. I always like the retirement. Trent, Craig, and I are probably in the same generation, where I feel like hanging up at the handpiece should be a ceremony. You should hang it up and just leave forever, right? An old handpiece. So you got a retirement and a growth. Craig, tell us about your why.
Well, I just need a body in there. I'd like to stay in Wasilla and not have to commute. I had bought that practice to give my associate some more hours and allow her to kind of do her own thing. But she's going to be leaving and starting her own practice somewhere else in a different city in Alaska. And I need someone to take her spot.
So you cannot clone yourself. That's one of your problems. You're not clonable. So you need a dentist to go there and do that. So you're replacing an associate who's been there. So these are good whys. You want to always look at, who am I replacing? What's their schedule been like? Is there enough dentistry for me to do? And these are great whys we have here now. All right, Dr. Trent, share with us about your why.
Yeah, it's actually in my brother and I are partners in our two practices, and so it's in his practice, and he's basically just busting at the seams, and pretty much at capacity with what he can do. And we're actually still referring out a lot of procedures that if somebody's able to do molar endo and wants to do a bunch of different, high place implants, he doesn't do that. I do that in my practice, but so we're just looking for somebody to come in, real general dentistry, kind of high tech office. With CEREC office, if you have
Cool.
CEREC ability, a lot of Invisalign. So a lot of opportunity for an associate to come and hit the ground running.
Nice. Be part of that team there. I work with my brother too. Ask my brother, Jeff. It's super relaxing to be around me at all times. We're partners too. All right, great. So we went through the where, we went through the why. Now, important because, dentisting, it's Justin used my term, full contact arts and crafts on people who don't want to be there. That's what being a dentist is. It can be stressful under the best of circumstances, but if you're doing procedures that you don't like or you're not comfortable with, it's not the right fit. So I like to ask people to share, what procedures will the associate be doing most of the time? And then, like you already jumped ahead, which was great, Trent. What are some opportunities to do things they might like? So Justin, I'll start with you. What procedures will the associates be doing in Pottsville and Westchester?
Both offices are general GP, general crown and bridge, premolar endo for sure. But huge opportunity for molar endo, placing implants,
Cool.
Invisalign. As Trent mentioned, in Pottsville, we do have a CEREC. In both locations, we have we have cone beams.
Nice.
So fully equipped with technology, ready to go for those procedures, and we're willing to train. So we do have a training program. We've worked with you in the past, Paul, with your training programs and whatnot. So even if you're not proficient in those skills today, we are but open to it. We have the ability to train you and get you proficient there.
Awesome daily dental procedure. So you want to hear that you're going to get to do general dentistry, but sometimes things can get monotonous after your 97,000th class 2 filling. So when you have an opportunity to explore something you like to do, that just adds some fun to your day. Great. Craig, tell us about the day in the dental life in Anchorage, Alaska.
Well, we do a lot of bread and butter dentistry, but my associate does molar endo, pretty much anything. She does some retreats, but I don't expect anyone to be able to do that. Pretty much the more, the merrier. A lot of our patients don't want to leave. She never placed implants, so there's an opportunity there. We have all the implant stuff. Pretty much, I'm hoping to find somebody that can do a lot of different procedures.
That's just, I've actually just had a curious question. That's a great thing. What is the specialty vibe like in Anchorage? Like, where is the closest endodontist? I'm just curious, is there a lot of specialists in that area, or do you have to travel far to a specialist?
Yeah, I think there's like 4 or 5 endodontists. There's only actually 2 periodontists in the whole state. There's a lot of oral surgeons. There's a lot of orthodontists. But there's no real competitive vibe. Like, they're not going to judge you if you place implants and then.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, there's enough for everyone to share. We weren't taught that well in dental school with the dental student Hunger Games. Not exactly the healthiest way to train people, but out in the real world, I like to hear that collaboration. Awesome. Dr. Trent, share with us what procedures your associate's going to be doing.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned before. I mean, it's real bread and butter too. My brother's real big, just crown and bridge and pumping those things out. I mean, he, the practice single doc almost did $2 million last year as a single doctor. Wow. Just bread and butter. And so there's room for growth there. And I think he told me he referred out over $300,000 worth of just endo services alone. So if somebody really wants to be proficient in molar endo and, would love to do that kind of stuff, that's the unicorn associate, as we call it, right? Is somebody that can do all these procedures and just come in and hit the ground running for us. So that's our goal, is to have somebody come in and just hit the ground running, and definitely probably looking for somebody that has a little bit of experience just with the volume that we do.
Yeah, that's great. And that's just the perfect thing that I want to share. And I've been helping dentists find jobs for 15 years. Back in the olden days when we didn't have Facebook and Instagram, I used to post on Dental Town for the residents that I work with. You want to get the right fit, right? And you said something important there, right? Whether it's a job that you need, if you don't just say you do surgical extractions, because if you don't do them, it's just not going to be good for anyone. So to manage expectations up front, we'll take a short break here and to say, email jobconnect@dentalnachos.com if you want to be connected with any of these awesome people, or just text job to this number here. Your phone won't blow up, I promise. And you will get a list of all the jobs we have across the 50 US states. So for a moment, Justin is the only non-dentist here, the only civilian, so he is kind of a normal person. But once you work with a lot of dentists, you're infected by our craziness. Dentists are real people. We shouldn't be crying inside all day. We can be happy. So we're going to just take a break from talking about the job or dentistry. And I want to ask you, if you worked in this area, what fun thing would you do on the weekends at night with people that has zero to do with teeth? I'll start with you, Justin. What would you do?
Two totally different vibes between Westchester and Pottsville. We have a little bit of the city life, and you're close to Delaware, Maryland, the beaches in Westchester. So you have some flexibility depending what you like, what you're into. A lot of great golf courses and whatnot in the area. Pottsville is outdoors. You gotta love the outdoors. I know my sport jacket may not look it, but I do fish at times. All right, so it's a lot of fishing, golf, hiking, anything outdoors it's a mecca up there for you.
Cool. So that's important. All these guys know here, especially us dentisting, medium age practice owners, you have to be able to do something outside of teeth to survive. So pick a place where they have some things to do, or be willing to travel too. It doesn't mean, can't travel from these places. Craig, you go to Anchorage, you're done with your day, you've done your teeth. What are some fun things to do?
A lot of people go on the mountain bike trails called fat bikes in the winter. Cross country skiing. We're just 45 minutes away from a world-class ski resort at Alyeska. All the city life stuff as well, because you're in the city, but it feels like you're just steps away from the outdoor stuff.
Awesome.
Too.
Nice. So that's just painting us a picture for real people. We are real people on the inside somewhere, not just dentisting humans to do. And Trent, how about the Colorado area?
Well, it's Denver. I mean, I don't really need to say much about that, right?
Yeah.
I think the other day somebody was complaining and talking about going to Florida, and I actually said, we get actually more days of sunshine than Florida does. So it doesn't get too bad in the winters, it doesn't get too bad in the summers, and then I always say you got the playground in your backyard. You can go up to the mountains anytime you want to go skiing in the winter, or mountain biking, hiking, fishing, camping, whatever you want in the summer. So it's a beautiful area to live. Nice clean air up here, a little bit of altitude. So
Cool.
your blood accumulates really fast. In the first 2 to 3 weeks, just drink a lot of water and you'll get used to the altitude pretty
Nice.
quickly.
There's been some migration of people. I'm in New Jersey, Philadelphia, out to Denver, Colorado. So that's important. So we're going to come up with our final question. And also I want you guys to share, if someone's watching, what is the best way to reach out to you? I've shared more than once, but I know my dental people, they like repetition. You can text job to 215-543-6454. You can email us at jobconnect@dentalnachos.com. But the best way is to connect directly with these awesome people. So I'm going to ask you the most important thing from Jerry Maguire, show me the money. How will I be compensated? So let's just take a minute. I am someone who's out of a residency, finishing dental school, a few years out of school. And I'm saying, this all sounds great, but I have to pay my rent, pay my loans, eat food. What can I expect to earn as a range working in your practice? And then how can we reach out to you? I'll go in reverse here. I'll start with Trent. What can I expect to earn, and what is the best way to reach out to you?
Yeah, the best way to reach out to me is actually probably just via email. So it's toothfixer08@gmail.com.
Nice.
So that's my email. Direct email comes to me, or you can text me at 720-345-7521. That's
Cool.
my cell number. So feel free to give that to anybody else that may be interested also. Compensation range, obviously it's going to be based off of your collections, your adjusted collections. And we can go into more details. We have a kind of tiered system that we can talk about more, but I think the range can be anywhere between 150 to probably 225,000, depending on your skill set.
That just sounds like a really solid opportunity for us out there in the dentisting world. And if that fits into what you're thinking about, where it is, connect with Dr. Trent. I appreciate all the things you do on Dental Nachos. You're an awesome contributor, incredibly classy guy. So thanks for sharing here, and I really appreciate it. Stay on screen with us though. We'll have a virtual hug at the end. It's a whole thing. Now, Craig, we'll go to you next. What can I expect to earn, and how can people reach out to you?
So my associate last year, even during the pandemic, she made about 240.
Awesome.
The year before that, it was about 300. So
Cool.
Depending on the procedures you do, it's not a slammed office either. So, you're still able to kind of enjoy your days, but we get higher reimbursements up here, and that's just how it goes. So you can send me an email at akdentaloffice@gmail, or you can text me at 907-232-1339.
Awesome. We'll put all this in the chat too. Great. And I just like to stop and pause because I help with all this stuff. I have associates myself. You just should break things down. If somebody works 200 days a year, and collects $5,000 a day, that's $1 million a year. That's not doable, provided you have the procedures to do. So that's just a value share to the audience. You know, if you're doing $3,000 a day, 200 days a year, that's $600,000. You make a third of that, you're at $200,000. So it's key to connect with offices and talk to people about their available work. As you see from the people on screen here tonight, they have a dental need. I talk about, you know, really having a dental need. Justin, we'll finish up with you.
Can I say one more thing?
Oh yeah, sure, Craig.
I forgot to say, we only do Monday through Thursday. So
Oh, nice.
you get 3 days off too, which is a huge benefit.
3-day weekend, go wherever you want then, right? You know, I like that. Justin, you got 2 positions, Pottsville and Westchester. You could just share how people can reach out to you directly and what's the compensation range.
Sure. Right now, both positions the current providers are both north of 190.
Oh, cool.
So, and they're going to be exiting those roles. So that's kind of fully available to this new person. I would comfortably say, depending on your skill set, north of 150 should be more than doable.
Gotcha.
But the exciting part is we have signing bonuses available.
Nice.
We have a profit sharing program that these doctors can take advantage of, as well as a partnership plan. So not just trying to create a job for everyone, but really trying to provide a career. And that's what we're trying to do with the profit sharing and the partnership program that we have the offer that we could definitely talk in more detail with.
Like that. And what's the best way for people to reach out to you directly?
Probably email would be the best for me. And that's Justin.Deutsch, DEUTSCH @guardiandentistry.com.
Cool. And what, I mean, you guys are awesome to interview, and, you know, just shares. There's so many different models out there for the business of dentistry and just learning more about them, whether they're medium-sized groups, small groups, somebody with one associate, a small-sized group with a few offices. Learn more, prepare yourself more, aware yourself more, because your dreams can come true. Not my dreams of dunking an NBA. That is not going to come true. But this dream is pretty good too. So reach out to us at jobconnect@dentalnachos.com. We'd love to help you find your associate, find an associate for your job, help you find a position. We have a lot of cool things coming up. Thanks so much for being on with us, guys.